the Zeppelin. How heavy was that for you?
Well, naturally, it was a staggering period for me. And I had the choice of either giving up the ghost, actually just saying, that's enough, or realising that I can sing, and that I sing okay, and that it would be futile to stop, because circumstances change. There's no reason why I have to suddenly lock my voice away and be considered to be the guy who used to be. I mean, there's something pretty lame about anybody who says, that's it, unless they've got a good reason to do it.
There must have been a funny feeling, though, when you were doing that with the Honey Drippers. You were sort of doing concerts without being announced and stuff, weren't you, up and down there?
Well, I figured that if I got in a van, in a bus, turned up at gigs which were already booked without anybody knowing who I was, I'd get a fair indication of exactly whether or not it was all an illusion anyway, you know? It was a pretty realistic thing for me to do. I just thought that it would be more suitable for me to start kind of afresh, start all over again. Although I could never actually start all over again, that was about the nearest I could ever get to it. Just playing in places where there's 200 or 300 people who probably were only half interested when the band started. Yeah. And it would then be me taking it on a pretty realistic terms, you know, on pretty realistic terms, rather than all the pomp and circumstance that goes with success.
So how did that turnabout come then, that you go solo?
I got fed up of it.
You did?
Yeah, I went, no, I can do more than this. Yeah. And so Robbie, who was with the Honey Drippers, and we just said, right, well, let's sit down and see if we can't write something of a bit more substance rather than playing everything that Bobby Darin ever did. Yeah. You know, let's do it let's try it another way. And in consequence, we started off just the two of us, and we drew in these other two guys, and then I called Cozy Powell, who's an old friend, who came along, and he was great because he kind of gave me a kick up the backside. He said, don't shortchange yourself. He said, you're capable of a great deal, but you're in a brand new situation. You just got to be as positive as you were in the past. So I took a lot of strength from his early commitment to what we were doing. It was great. And I got over all the hiccups in about 2 weeks, and we were off bang, you know.
Can you tell me, is this story true? Jimmy Page once told the story where some amplifiers gave out your vocals.
And Copenhagen, yeah.
Yeah, in Sweden, Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
So, and you sang and you were heard over the band, is that correct?
I suppose it was. I mean, it's one of them things I read about every time I see a press release and go, oh, they're pulling it out again, here it comes again. But yeah, I guess.